Hello there, welcome to another episode of In Case You Missed It, a social media all about Chatham-Kent in their social media world of Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and really making Chatham-Kent what it is. And I'm sure you saw all of our municipal election stuff. In fact, a plethora of candidates all over Chatham-Kent. And you say to yourself, how do we get covered all these amazing candidates that want to be in our next council, our next mayor? But you know what? We couldn't cover all of it. There was so much to learn about all of the candidates. And you guys say to yourself, how can we do that? Facebook Live. Oh, I know. How do I get a great video like that out there? I don't know, but this guy does. I'm sure you've seen this guy all around Chatham-Kent. In fact, he's still all over Chatham-Kent. We have Ben Labadie here, who is a kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the world of Facebook video. So thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
So you have to tell me, municipal elections were coming up. People are always wanting to know what's going on with our local candidates. How did it all start?
Well, it actually started in the provincial elections.
Okay.
So I'd been doing a couple Facebook Lives from my real estate,
Yep.
okay, and learning how to do it, get more comfortable. Then you get off to different topics like fitness, because I was into fitness. And then all of a sudden, I do like politics, and everybody loves to talk about politics.
Of course they do.
Okay, it's like the number one thing.
Yep.
And then when the provincial elections came around, I started, just sat down with Margaret Schleyer-Stahl. She was a Liberal candidate, and people know me as a Conservative. That was a little odd. Okay, and then I'm like, and I just did kind of like an interview, more like a conversation.
Sure.
All right, because how do we get people to, how do you break down that party line, right? Because I like everybody.
Absolutely.
Right, and how do you get everybody to like everybody? Because everybody's kind of likable, And then after that, I was with the Conservatives and the NDP, and then all of a sudden, you're doing more, and people want more.
Yes.
So it's all of a sudden, no, I got to do more.
Yeah. So, and it's great because you're just doing this on the side, and people are always trying to find a way, how do I make a Facebook Live video exciting? How do I get people engaged online? And you have a viewership from anything from, 1,000 to 4,000 views based on your topics. How do you get all your planning and organization to make a video that popular?
Well, I think the number one thing is authenticity. Okay, if I do planning and try to strategize on how to make it perfect, it's never perfect.
Sure.
So what I do is I just have a conversation, and people love sitting in on a conversation. That's where they can kind of learn about who people are, learn the way they laugh, what's funny to them, what their personalities are like. You can only do that in an authentic situation where there's no planned questions. So you have, you can ask, okay, you can put out, here's question, then they can answer it perfectly, but that's not real.
Yeah.
And it doesn't engage anybody. So what really engages people is people being themselves.
Sure. No, that's great. And I think you learn a lot from all of your Facebook Lives, because it's live. You can't stop something halfway through.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say, if it's a challenge. Is there something that you could say to help somebody prepare to really go, like you're going Facebook Live, when it goes 3, 2, 1, you're on live. How does one prepare to, when you say have an organic conversation, how does someone prepare?
Well, working in fitness and real estate pretty much for the last 10 years, it's easy for me to talk to people.
Sure.
Right? But when you do Facebook Live, you got to be okay with messing up. All right? Once you've come to grips with, okay, I'm going to mess up, people are going to make fun of me, they're going to call me names, because you do got to get by that, because that's the greatest fear, is people have a fear of doing something because of what somebody else will say. You got to get by that and understand people are going to call you names and make fun of you and stuff, and you're going to mess up.
Sure.
But that's what makes it real.
Yeah.
And that's what people kind of engage with. And when you do screw up, they're like, yeah, you screwed up, but that's okay.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's normal. Right? This is live. But it is a little bit nerve-wracking at the start when you're just kind of getting started and you don't know what people want. But over a period of time, people just want people being normal.
So you have a show, it's called Live with Ben.
Yes.
And you're currently, now that the election season's over, well, we got federal coming up next year.
Right.
So what's Live with Ben doing now? You were doing something with the Blairs, so what's the new idea for Live with Ben?
It's all about how do we provide value to the people watching? Can they learn something? So when I sat down with the Blair brothers, they run a boot camp, and we got 2019 coming up, and everybody's going to be making New Year's resolutions to get fit, make a lifestyle improvement, change their lives, and just make those decisions and try to do something. So they were a perfect fit to, hey, you've seen thousands of people come into your gym, and you've helped out thousands of people. what can you do what can you tell people? What kind of tips can you give them? So that fit in. As well as we had Toyin Crandall on. She's a financial coach, because a lot of people in New Year want to change their lives, to reduce debt or, make more money, put more money in their pocket. So all these things add value. So, and also we've been working with, a couple nonprofit groups, just promoting what they're doing, because a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And how do they get involved? How can they help out, people helping?
I think it's great what you're doing with all the content. So for somebody, I think we kind of relayed this question. I'll bring it up again. If somebody is going to start out their very first Facebook Live, maybe they're starting a series on video games. What is one little tidbit of information that you can give to somebody who's really trying to get themselves out there about Chatham-Kent, or just in a series on their own?
Do it.
Do it.
Just
do it.
No, really, just go for it. Hit that live button and make it happen. Okay, taking action is the hardest thing to do for most people, because they have all these fears. So they have to overcome all those fears. But to overcome those, you just got to do it, because if you don't, you haven't done anything, and you're still scared to do it. So a lot of people, even in real estate, I see other real estate agents out there, they don't do the live, open houses.
Sure.
Because, it's scary. Because people could ask you a question you don't know the answer to. I get hit with that all the time. I don't know the answers to most of the questions, right? But you got to find out. And the number one thing I can tell people to do when you don't know the answer, give your opinion. Say, I don't know, but this is what I think.
Sure.
And you can't lose that, because there's no wrong answer to what you think.
Yep.
Right? Maybe you're off. Maybe people won't agree with you, but that's authentic.
Sure.
And that's what people are wanting. They want to see people just being themselves. So don't be scared. You're going to be scared. You're going to be scared, okay? But try to get past that and be scared later, right? And watch nervously how people react.
Keep tips on all your past videos and say, what can I improve on? That's a theater thing right there.
And it's not even what can you improve on, it's how do I feel more comfortable.
Sure.
Right? So the more comfortable you feel, you can sit on there and talk about your breakfast or your lunch or whatever, and then people will actually say, well, what's in it? But you do have to get comfortable. That comes with experience and time.
That's good.
Like I'm still uncomfortable most of the time, right? So it's still nervous for me to hit that live button, not knowing what people are going to hit me with or ask questions. And it's also for the people that come on, for the candidates of the past, for the counselors now, for the mayor who's come on a couple times. They don't know what people are going to ask them, and they're going to be on the spot to potentially hundreds or thousands of people potentially.
And it's great exposure, moving into this world of social media, to have these one-on-ones with our mayors, our counselors, to really, hit hard on our local municipal problems. I think you're doing a great job doing this and getting all the words out for all of our local organizations. So amazing what you're doing. So how can anyone follow Live with Ben? Where do they find the Facebook, Instagrams, all that fun stuff?
They can just type in Live with Ben. They can follow myself, look up Ben Labadie, click that, and you're connected. So it's pretty good.
And you're connected to a whole other world of Facebook Live here with Ben Labadie, who started this from the ground up and is doing an amazing thing for Chatham-Kent. So Ben, thanks for coming on the show here.
Thank you for having me.
Live with Ben on Facebook if you're looking for it. He's always doing something monthly, weekly, daily. I don't know where he's going to be next. You never know. So, stay tuned for that on Facebook. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of In Case You Missed It. Have a happy New Year and happy Christmas, and we'll see you all in 2019.